Welcome back to Diet Starts Tomorrow. I got my very funny friend, talented writer, Charles McBee. He's the host of the Are You Old podcast, which I think I am. What's up, Charles?
Are we old?
Are we old? My bad.
But yeah,
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for not singling me out.
I'm including everybody.
Yeah.
It's a communal.
We are, but it's good to be old.
Yeah, exactly. I rock with it.
Yeah, how you been, man? I haven't seen you in months.
A long time, man.
It's been a long
I'm good,
time.
man. I can't complain. Same old stuff. Do you curse on this podcast?
Yeah, do whatever you want. No.
Yeah, same old shit, but it's all good.
It's the same shit, trying not to quit comedy. And
like I told you before, I quit comedy at least 2 to 3 times a year.
At least.
So, it's fine.
You got to reset the mind a little bit.
You have to.
For some reason, we still want to come back and do this.
But that's the thing. You got to remind yourself or that you want to come back and do this. Otherwise, you're just banging your head against the wall.
That's
so you
true.
Quit.
Yeah.
You go fly a kite. I don't know, whatever. Go figure something out.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
then when you're just like, nah, I can't quit.
I got to do something. Yeah, you got to
you're meant to do it.
Yeah. No, and you're doing very well, by the way. Congrats on everything.
I appreciate
and
it.
it's crazy that you still
recording?
get that.
I'm going to play the snippet of you telling me that on repeat over and over again.
No, I'm serious. You are doing great, man.
Thanks, man.
You had a lot of writing gigs. You're doing good stuff.
Yeah.
But it's crazy that we still think like
always. People
probably are like, oh man, that guy's on TV. He's writing, and it's like
I literally know, or we know, people that are way more successful than us and are like, what am I doing with my life? And you're like, you know what? If they're not happy, then maybe I should change my perspective on
I think that's what it is.
Happiness is. Because if I keep doing this, then it'll never change.
I think that's the key to getting older. Now it's like, okay,
there you go.
Maybe it's the perspective. And there you go. It's a joint collaboration. There you go.
That's right.
So you're from Ohio. I don't know why. I thought you were from here, from like the East Coast. I thought you were like New York, New Jersey.
No, but I also don't talk about where I'm from a ton.
You don't talk about it on stage,
a little bit. I do have jokes about it, and I mention it, but it's not. I don't wear it as like this identity thing.
Gotcha.
So a lot of people, if they haven't seen me a lot on stage, then they kind of go, wait, where are you from again?
Okay.
So yeah, but Ohio, I rep it proud though.
Okay. Nice.
Ohio.
Texas. Close. Close and
see now Texas, it goes either way. Either people are like, Texas, I'm from Texas, or they're like, I'm from Texas. I'm
like in the middle of it. I like it. Like I went to UT. Like I'm a Longhorns fan. I'm a Cowboys fan too. I don't say that out here on the East Coast very much. I'm scared to say it because nobody Actually, I feel like Cowboys fans are like kind of like Taylor Swift fans. They're kind of closeted on the East Coast. They don't want to say it out loud. And then you're like, I'm a Cowboys fan. They're like, oh, you? Me too. It's like, yeah.
You got your own little meetups and your own little community.
There's a few people. Yeah. But the UT games there's a community for that. They have the chili cook-off every year. They got a couple bars here to watch games. Yeah. So are you a Buckeyes fan, or what's your teams?
Buckeyes and Bengals. I went to the University of Cincinnati.
Oh, okay, nice.
So when it's like, I'll root for the Buckeyes, but University of Cincinnati is like my school.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
But then in the Bengals, as far as just like NFL or whatever, like if the Browns are playing, I'm like, go Browns. But like the Bengals.
Bengals is your home. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
The reason I was asking, the reason I asked you is because I was gonna stop by before because we try and do some snacks here.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the 90s stuff because you had a lot of cool stuff online go viral.
Yeah.
But one thing I remember distinctively is the zebra cakes, and I was asking you about that.
Yeah. So there were certain things coming up that I never really rock with, not even based on taste, but based on look. And the zebra cakes, I never rocked with the look. I just, something about it turned me off. Something about it. I didn't.
Okay, so what was your go-to then? Because you said you go to the corner, because you don't have bodegas. We didn't have it in Texas either.
Yeah. We would go to the corner store. My go-to snacks as far as those were concerned was like Nutty Buddies. I can eat Nutty Buddies for...
You mean Nutter Butters?
Nutter, or is it... We call them Nutty Buddies. Probably Nutter Butter.
It's the same in the red?
Two different snacks.
No, Nutty Buddy. Yeah, no, I'm saying it right?
Two different snacks.
Nutty Buddy is a different snack than Nutter Butter.
Yeah,
really?
not Nutter Butter. I was on the Nutty Buddies. It's the two chocolate wafer... whatever you call it.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's delicious.
So
and
it's
they got a little bit of peanut, but...
So Nutty Buddy was like the chocolate coated...
Yeah,
like a wafer thing with peanut butter, and then Nutter Butter was the cookie with the peanut butter.
Right?
Did you just say that? a second ago, and I
Kind
just
of.
repeated it.
The wafer part?
The other one, the Nutter Butter.
No.
We didn't say the Nutter
I just want
Butter.
to make sure that I wasn't.
Wait, so Nutty Buddy, is that like a specific to certain areas of the U.S.? Because I
Well,
don't
it's a
think I've
different-
seen that.
They have them here. I mean,
They
obviously
do.
in the Midwest, but they have them at bodegas and stuff.
Little Debbie's.
Yeah.
They're
Oh,
everywhere.
Little
everywhere.
Debbie's has got their hand in everything.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
They're doing everything. Okay.
Yeah, Nutty Buddies. I was big on oatmeal cream pies.
Oh, those were surprisingly good. I
Yeah.
always looked at it as a healthy snack.
As a kid, I did too. Right? It just makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like oatmeal. It's in the name.
Okay.
But now they're tiny.
Oh,
Talk
really?
about shrinkflation. Shrinkflation. I was like back home, and I'm not, I'm in my 40s, so I'm not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
diving into oatmeal cream pies like that.
Hey, and
but,
if you were, that's fine.
yeah, but I just can't afford it. I can't afford the consequences.
Yeah.
But I went home and saw one, and I was like, what is this, yo? Because they used to be
They used to be gigantic. Yeah.
size of a like frisbee. I'm like, yo, what is going on, bro?
Oh, man.
But yeah, it was those and fruit-filled pies. I don't even know what the official name
It was
of them
some
were.
off-brand name.
Like, yeah, the off-brand, like apple pie, the off-brand cherry pies.
Yeah,
But yeah, I was
those are
into
good, yeah.
a lot of those. I never was a Twinkie guy.
I never got into Twinkies either.
Yeah, I'm not big on so the oatmeal pies were an exception, but I'm not big on like the cream filling stuff. The oatmeal pies I made an exception for.
It has to be specific type and a
Yeah,
specific
that
like
white
texture.
cream.
Yeah, I don't like
I was
that.
never big into
Yeah.
those, so I left those alone. But yeah,
Man, I like those. A zebra cake. I had like a couple of summers where I used to be a thin kid. Like my mom would have to stitch my pants together.
Oh, yeah.
Because we don't buy new pants. We just stitch the pants.
yeah, that's what you do.
And but then I had one summer of like I was getting the zebra cakes. I don't know. We must have gotten a Sam's Club or a Costco membership, and my dad just bought a bunch of that. I used to eat that. But Christmas time they had them shaped like little Christmas trees.
right? Yeah, I remember.
Those were it was the same thing, but I tried them during the pandemic. I went down a little dark path during the pandemic. The roof of your mouth tastes like wax.
Oh, forget about it.
Afterwards.
Yeah, forget about it. And I don't even know if it's they may have changed. Probably they have changed the ingredients or whatever. But you realize like a lot of stuff that we ate, it was just like, how did our mouths survive?
Yeah.
It's like how
did our bodies survive?
Yeah, bodies, let alone our mouths. Yeah, I mean, your mouth would be numb.
Yeah.
Depending on what, like I used to eat like certain cereals.
Captain Crunch?
Captain Crunch.
Yes.
Forget about it.
But that
bro.
was worth it though. That one was like, I felt like that was worth it.
You
You're
risked
bleeding.
it.
You're bleeding.
You felt like back then. You just felt like, well, this is how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like you didn't know. Hey, this isn't.
Oh, my mouth's not supposed to bleed.
This isn't good. Yeah.
Can I give you a hot tip on Captain Crunch?
Yeah.
What's the tip?
Adult way to eat it. This is gonna sound crazy. Blend it so it's like a powder. Tuna steak.
Tuna.
Sear it. I'm telling you, it's a game changer.
Wait.
I know.
What?
I've
This is
had
some-
it.
this is some white shit.
It's legitimately incredible.
Wait,
Just coat it
Yeah.
like a tuna steak in it, and then just sear it real quick, like a quick sear, so it's still raw in the middle.
Yeah.
Little soy sauce, little
milk.
sriracha aioli.
I'm intrigued on how you came upon this.
Party. A buddy of mine,
Yeah.
and my camper. I have a campsite upstate New York.
Yeah.
He made it one day. He goes, "You're going to think this is insane, but this is the greatest thing ever." And I was like, "We'll see."
Now I
And it
need to
was
know how he came upon.
Yeah,
Like
how
there
did
was
he- it's some-
because there is that too, where you're like either a kid or you're just a bachelor or you're in prison or something, where you're like, all right, I got to make this work, and let me diddle daddle with this and that, and so that's
I mean,
that's
I
interesting.
don't hate it.
I've never Googled it, but it comes up. It's definitely a thing.
So what is it called? Something?
All right,
Captain Crunch seared tuna.
Captain Crunch seared
Because
tuna.
there's the salty, there's the crunch, there's the sweet, then you get the soy sauce, the umami.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be bad.
I can
It was
see
incredible.
that. It's like,
I can't-
like breadcrumbs.
yeah, it's
Yeah, I
breadcrumbs. You turn it into
can't be mad at that.
It's like a sweet breadcrumb.
That's not bad. Were you name brand cereals or did you go with the bags? Because we had periods where we'd get the bag, the plastic bag, the 5 pound bag.
I'm gonna show my elitism right now. And I'm gonna say name brand. We were always name brand
That's
cereals.
not bad. What was your go-to?
It was Apple Jacks.
Oh, I love.
Or Apple Cinnamon Cheerios was big in our house.
Okay.
Fruit Loops. We were a Fruit Loop family.
Fruit Loops is good. The milk was best in Fruit Loops.
Milk was awesome, and we were Frosted Flakes.
Oh, milk again, milk.
Yeah, you can't beat it. Those were like the main, and then we would have other stuff come in and rotate.
Apple Jacks is like a sleeper hit. Nobody really says Apple Jacks.
Yeah.
Apple Jacks is good.
Yeah.
It's still good.
Yeah, anything. First of all, nothing with the name Apple in it ever tasted or had a lick of apples in it. I grew up thinking apples were like the most amazing fruit of all time. I'm like, anything apple is incredible.
Good, yeah.
It tastes
and then you have a real bite of an apple. Like, this is disgusting.
This is disgusting. What is this? What is this? But yeah, those were our cereals. Those were the mainstays of our cereals. And then every now and then we do like a corn puffs. I don't know if you like those every now and then. But nothing. Again, there's another pet peeve. I don't like anything turning my milk chocolate. So I never did. I was never a chocolate Count Chocula or anything like that. I was either fruity something or just like a Frosted Flake, like a sweet.
Did you ever fuck with Fruity Pebbles?
I did. We never. My mom didn't buy it all the time, but like I had it, and it was. Those were interesting because they were literally just little pellets. It wasn't like you wasn't getting actual like cereal chunk. It was just like
pieces. It's like
little
broken
pieces of like kitty litter.
Yeah, with just sugar.
Yeah,
like copious amounts of sugar.
Yeah.
That was so Apple Jacks for me. Fruity Pebbles. Honeycomb.
Honeycomb. That was another sleeper.
That's a sleeper. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the commercials too.
The commercials were good. Yeah. I never Lucky Charms. I like it now as an adult.
Yeah.
We never bought it as a kid. Like we never got that.
Me neither. But when I did have it, I was definitely a marshmallow. Let's just get this out of the way and scrape this other shit to the side.
Which I think a couple years ago they did come out with. You could just buy a bag of the marshmallows at Target. I think. I remember.
Then for some reason that feels wrong to me.
No, it doesn't taste the same.
Even if I only eat the marshmallows.
Yeah.
Don't only feed me marshmallows.
Yeah.
Because now it's just it's just like when Captain Crunch came out with like only Crunch berries one time, and I was like, I can't
keep it the same. Let me dig out.
Let me decipher how much I'm gonna do. Don't tell me.
Yeah. Do you miss speaking of cereal? Do you miss the toys, the little prizes?
Oh my god,
that was the best.
Oh my god, bro, the toys like. Because I don't even know what they do now. I don't even think they have toys, but if they're shit toys.
No, it's trash.
There used to be like quality. Now, granted, the paint was lead, but there was quality like toys.
Yeah.
Like with girth and weight to it. Like, back then you would dig. And I was patient with mine. I wouldn't like.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, really?
No,
you didn't just open and just stick your hand?
I was like, but when it started to get a little down to it, I was just like, all right, let's go ahead and get this out.
Oh, you got a good like self-control.
A little self-discipline.
Do you want to hear the 2024 Happy Meal limited time?
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
Right now.
Well, what's going on right now?
As of the recording of this
McDonald's.
Every Happy Meal comes with 2 pet simulator toys.
What is that?
So it's kind of like a Tamagotchi.
I was going to say Tamagotchi,
but it's like a little fake pet that you have to like pay attention to.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, McDonald's never really slipped. I feel like they kept their toy game up. It's just we aged out of it.
Yeah.
But I feel like they still, because I was looking at something the other day, and I was like looking at the toys in the last like maybe 5 or 10 years, and I was like, oh, this actually, if I was a kid, I'd be like, kind of.
It should have adult meals, and it comes with like a membership.
I think
I
feel like they tried that.
You get a treadmill in this one. Well,
exactly. All right, cool. All right.
Here's some diabetes medication.
Yeah, really.
I feel like they tried to do adult. We go
Delta Miles or something like. Oh,
yeah. We go to McDonald's.
Oh man, we never really went to McDonald's. Our fast food. Well, we don't eat beef. We're not supposed to.
As a
Hindu,
okay.
We're not supposed to, but we did.
Oh,
so
that's right.
Our neighbors would get it for their kids, and every now and then they'd give it to us, the Happy Meals.
Yeah.
And then I'd eat the burger.
Yeah.
And my parents wouldn't know what I'm doing. I'm just like in here eating a beef burger. But yeah, I never got the Happy Meals. For us,
not even the like chicken nuggets and stuff, chicken McNuggets or whatever.
No, I don't remember growing up with those at all.
Like they were just like, let's not even tempt you by even going in that direction. It's a slippery slope. Let's stay away.
We didn't do that. For us, Taco Bell was still to this day is my number one all-time favorite fast food.
So you couldn't go to McDonald's, but you can go to Taco Bell?
Because it's the most vegetarian-friendly restaurant, fast food.
Oh, I was about to say, were your parents like, that's not real beef. It's Taco Bell.
It's probably not. It's not. It's some styrofoam mixed in with like Subway.
It's not beef. That's not food.
Because everything you can just say sub out beans.
Yeah.
And they'll just make everything with the beans. And the beans taste, I used to eat the beef too there, like Texas, but like.
Yeah.
The beans are so much better.
See, I'm just never a bean. The only beans I eat is like pork and baked.
Okay.
Those are my beans. And which is crazy because I've dated a lot of Spanish women and they're always just like, you don't eat beans. I'm like, listen, you make it, I'll pretend to like it. But
wait, is this a euphemism?
yeah,
I eat beans.
by beans, what do we mean?
What are we talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of I feel like most fast food chains that were around when we were coming up there hasn't been anything that's really gone off the wayside. Like
What was the biggest thing in Texas, like fast food wise? I can't imagine Taco Bell survives in Texas. Really?
It's still around now. But it was never big.
Yeah.
We had Whataburger. Whataburger was the best.
Okay.
Whataburger was good. You ever had Whataburger?
Yeah, I don't get it. Too much mustard.
What's not to get?
They're just very mustard forward.
You just tell them no mustard.
I've done that, and they've given me
They
mustard.
customize everything. That's why I like it, because they customize.
The fries are kind of whack. They're a little.
The fries are
soggy.
not good.
They're like They're like mid '90s Wendy's.
I feel like
Just, like,
that's
loose.
really what you judge a
The
fast
fries?
food. Yes, the fries.
Oh, let's hear this.
I don't really think because every region that raves about their burgers, I feel like you're just repping for your hood.
Okay.
Because when I go there, I've never been somewhere and been like, the
burger's that good.
fat burger, and I'm just like I've never been wowed by someone else's burger, but the fries I'll judge by the fries.
Okay, so
as
where's
far
your
as
top?
chain
Give me your
restaurant.
top couple of fry spots.
Top spot all time, Rallies, which might be a Checkers.
Checkers.
Where you are.
Okay, Checkers in Texas, yeah.
But I grew up Rallies. Same thing.
Okay, same thing. Okay.
I remember when we first got a Rallies, because before then it was like McDonald's hands down, right?
Okay.
It was like always McDonald's.
Their fries are always good, yeah.
McDonald's hands down, even though potatoes aren't real, but that's for another. For another day.
That's for TikTok.
You're literally eating Play-Doh, but fine. But back then it was Play-Doh fries, McDonald's fries.
Okay.
But when Rallies first came to our town, I was like, "What is this? Like, it's not even." The same texture is not even.
Were they thick cut waffle fries? What are they?
It's a thick cut, but it's fried in a different kind of oil, and also it looks like we call them Cajun fries because it doesn't even look like a. It's seasoned different.
They were seasoned and they were also coated in cornstarch.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
They were like basically like how chicken fingers are deep, like battered and fried. These are battered fries.
Yeah.
Oh
Yes.
man, that sounds good.
Yeah, it's a whole. It's a different.
You can buy those, by the way, in store. Not Checkers brand, but you can buy starch-coated fries.
Really?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Look up what coating they had, what flavorings they had on it. It was like just salt, pepper, and like.
It was like a Cajun seasoning.
Yeah.
I like a Cajun seasoning on fries, especially. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'll go to like I said, Checkers out here. But when I'm feeling naughty. Because I'm in Harlem and there's a Checkers nearby, and when I'm feeling naughty, I'll just go in there just for like for the fries. Give me a medium fry or whatever.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
you got it. Yes, I go places specifically for one thing. I go to multiple places. I'm doing a bit about
me too.
it.
Sometimes I'll do that too. I'll get a fry from
it's
here.
Embarrassing.
Something from there.
It's embarrassing, and I'm pretending like I'm ordering it for like 10 people. I'm like, no, it's for my friends.
Oh no, man.
So it's a mixture of paprika, flour, salt, onion powder, garlic powder, kind of like the standard.
That's not bad.
herbs
Yeah.
and spices
Paprika. I like a paprika. That's a good spice.
Do you know what paprika is made out of?
It's red, right?
It's just red peppers, dehydrated, blended red peppers.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Ooh,
Yeah, a lot of people
that's
don't
like
know
a little spice. Five Guys, they got a good Cajun.
They got a
fries.
good. Yeah, they got a good Cajun. fry.
You've never tried it, right? You never tried
I've
the
had
Cajun.
Five Guys. Never had Five Guys though. I've had the Cajun fry. I've had the fries at.
Wait,
Five
did you hear
Guys.
what I just heard?
Wait,
what
I heard. You said I've had Five Guys, but I've never had Five Guys before.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I thought I was having a stroke.
No.
I've had Five Guys fries before.
Gotcha.
There we go.
I've never had Cajun fries.
Hey, we support it either
I've had
way.
Five Guys the burger. I've never had Five Guys before.
I've had Five Guys burger me. What are we talking about?
Five Guys. What?
We're an equal. We
Five
support
Guys do
everybody
what?
here. Yeah, diet starts tomorrow.
I didn't know they had seasoned fries though. That's
No, yeah, the fries I like.
The fries are good, but you got to go at the right time because they over pour, which we talked about.
Yeah.
But sometimes there's like soggy in the middle. But this one, what you're describing, sounds really good.
Oh,
like
yeah.
super crisp.
Yeah. They're incredible.
I like that. Chick-fil-A, I liked.
Chick-fil-A. Oh yeah, can't go
waffle
wrong
fries.
with Chick-fil-A. Can't go wrong with Chick-fil-A waffle. Yeah, and then everything else. Wendy's. Whatever.
Wendy's is okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Burger King, I've never been a huge fan. The only time I get excited with Burger King when I was a kid was when they would slip in an onion ring.
Accidentally.
You get a nice little onion ring in the
That's
fries.
Not bad.
It's like, yeah.
That's not bad. Burger King, I liked their breakfast.
I was big on their breakfast.
The croissant sandwich.
Oh my God.
Buddy. Add a little salt and pepper on that thing.
The great thing
Call it a
about
day.
Burger King was they were so adamant about trying to beat McDonald's that they just overdid everything.
Yeah.
Like it was just like you would get the biggest croissant breakfast sandwich on the planet.
Their hash browns were
hash
nasty.
browns. Yeah.
You know who's got good hash browns?
What's that?
Dunkin' Donuts.
I've had a Dunkin' hash brown.
Dunkin' hash browns.
I've had a
Great.
Dunkin' hash
Mike is
brown.
shaking his
I'm
head
not
over
like
there.
craving it, but when I'm desperate, and I've been in desperate times where I was just like, all right, let me get a sausage, egg, and cheese and a hash brown.
I can tell they want it. They should be good, but I don't think the Dunkins are cleaning their air fryers enough because it always tastes like burnt other food.
It always tastes like this isn't our thing.
Yeah.
It tastes like this shouldn't be here, but it is.
Yeah.
And so we're almost a little surprised that you're even ordering this.
Sure, you can have that.
So we'll just throw this in the microwave. Literally, they're just like throw it in the microwave and then hand
And then
it to
the
you.
ones that like, it's because they're mostly East Coast. It's mostly Indian people that own it.
Yeah.
And then some of them just really don't care, and they'll just be like. And they just look at you as they throw it in the oven or microwave, and they just be staring at you, and they wait, and then it's like they don't break eye contact. It's really disturbing.
Well, really, I've never noticed that because I don't see other races or anything like that. We're just all people and human beings, and it's funny that you would bring that up. That's an observation I've never.
Listen, I'm trying to get sponsored by them, so
You guys want to talk about Burger King? Were you Burger King and McDonald's people, or because I feel like that's like a McDonald's Pepsi or like a Pepsi Coke thing.
Ooh.
You're kind of one or the other.
As far as when we were
Okay.
kids,
Yeah, like growing up, do you both?
that's a good question.
that is a good question. I was a kid Burger King Kids Club person.
You got the crown and stuff.
So I would get the stuff in the mail, the crown.
Yeah.
And Burger King has some decent toys. They had that Back to the Future was Burger King.
Yes, that's
Batman,
right.
I believe, was Burger King, if I'm not mistaken. So they had Burger King, I remember, would always align themselves with like whatever the biggest blockbuster movie was
That's smart.
back in the day.
Yeah.
And so I was like big on Burger King
That's
for
not
that.
bad. What about you?
I was in McDonald's.
McDonald's?
You were
We didn't-
loyal to McDonald's.
But it was Monopoly. It wasn't the food. It was Monopoly.
Oh, yeah.
You got
Yeah,
pulled into
yeah.
that scam, the
Yeah,
Monopoly
yeah.
scam.
I remember that. Oh, yeah. I was
I
definitely
never
in
We were never a
understood
big fast food family just because we just weren't.
Yeah, neither were. Yeah, we'd go like Fridays. That was like Fridays night. We'd go get fast food. That was
When
like
I
our thing.
became old enough to do it, to drive and get there, it was McDonald's for Monopoly.
Oh,
Did
there's
you
a
ever
whole.
win?
Did you watch the documentary?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My buddy's dad took over for the guy who he was the production manager who
yeah?
was in part of that scam. My buddy's dad from my roommate in college, his dad became the new production
so
manager.
funny.
Yeah.
Really? Oh wow. Did you ever win anything off of it?
I mean, we were always one away from the million.
That's
you know?
Yeah, it was always-
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone always had that one.
keep you hooked, yeah.
And we did it, man. We had the boards. It was so
Oh,
stupid.
wow.
That was crazy, man. Always getting the large fry. All right, let me get the
Yeah.
large fry. Let me.
And
get the
now it's
double?
like, let me get the large fry because I'm gonna eat.
Yeah.
No, it was Burger King for us. I mean, because that's another vegetarian. You could do a veggie. There's a veggie Whopper where they just don't put the meat.
That's hilarious. Yeah, that was back in the day because I dated a chick that was a vegetarian and she would always go to Burger King. And
Yes.
I'd be like, why are you going to Burger King? And she's like,
Yeah.
oh, I get the veggie. And it's just, there was no impossible
There was no impossible,
burger.
no Beyond
It was just
Meat.
like,
It was just okay. We just won't put meat on there.
hilarious.
Great listen, McDonald's Impossible Burger versus Beyond Burger.
Oh,
it's a podcast
Impossible.
called Business Wars. You should listen to it because it talks about Burger King, McDonald's.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
They each picked a side. One was Beyond, one was Impossible.
Impossible or Beyond. Have you had both? What do you think?
I think whichever is the one that Impossible is the Burger King, right? Right?
Impossible, yes.
Yeah,
Burger
to
King
me that's just stupid.
You don't like it?
It's the one with no burger in it, right?
No, that's just the veggie waffle. We're
veggie
talking
one.
about like the new meats like they made. The Impossible meat.
I'm neither. I
Yeah.
don't pretend that something is what it's not. If it's not meat, then
You're not
call
gonna
it
eat
something
it.
else.
You call it Taco Bell.
It's a Beyond Meat. It's a Impossible, but call it something else.
Something different.
Because I've had it and it's disgusting to me because I'm eating it.
But you eat meat though.
I
eat
eat meat.
Yeah. So then
I'm
there's no
eating it
point
with
for you to eat
my
it.
meat taste buds, and I'm like, well, I'm having a certain expectation.
Yeah.
And this is not what I'm
It
getting.
would be weird if somebody that ate a lot of beef was like, I'm going to get an Impossible Burger. Because it's actually not healthier. It's actually way worse than actual beef, I think.
So you're really only getting it for like either religious purposes or something like that.
Yeah, but honestly, I do like the taste of the Beyond is nasty. I find it nasty.
Yeah.
But the Impossible, I like the taste of that. better
Okay.
than- yeah. And they got to like ground salt, grind it up every now and then and eat that.
So what's in the Impossible? Is it just the seasoning? What's in it that makes it so like unhealthy?
you
Well,
got it?
there's a lot of cholesterol, a lot of salt.
Oh yeah, that's what I
Is it
figured. Like
salt?
salt,
Salt?
seasoning.
But they
and stuff.
created it's called a hemoglobin that
Yes.
they pulled out of plants that is the same thing that comes from meat, from beef, that creates that
blood,
blood-like
right?
texture. So it bleeds and like it's greasy like a burger, and
Yeah.
that's why it's so
That's
good.
what the greasy comes from. I remember when Momofuku in like
I waited
10
in
years
line
ago.
for
You
that.
waited in line? I
Yeah.
did too. They were the first ones, I think, in New York that did the Impossible Burger. And yeah, there was always a line. I think they were like, it bleeds. Like, it bleeds. I'm like, this is a weird way to describe something.
to try to get me to like it's like they're focusing on all the other things except for the one thing.
Yeah.
I want it to taste like
Yeah.
a burger.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't need to bleed.
It doesn't need to bleed. It's like
the hell?
the blood comes out of this as you take a first bite. Oh yeah, let me line up for that. Yeah,
Oh my
that's-
god.
I liked it. That was delicious.
You
But I
like
don't
the
eat it now because it's like it's just genetically modified everything.
Well, everything's genetically modified. Now you go to the grocery store, you go to Target, everything's now genetically modified. I'm like, all right, well,
Yeah, you can't
we're
get anything
screwed.
now.
No.
It's ridiculous.
Which that's what I'm like. 90s, I feel like you said the thing. There's none of the stuff we ate. Like the apple was never apple.
Yeah.
You remember Sunny D?
Of course, do I remember? Do I remember?
Remember Coca-Cola also had a half Sprite?
Have you heard of this?
What are you talking about?
What?
This Dr. Pepper or Dr. something? Dr. Pepper.
You're right. Exactly. Yes, I remember Sunny D.
There was no orange juice in that shit.
It was. I'll give us credit in just knowing that we were children and stupid.
Yeah.
So it was just like, yeah, I thought it was orange juice, but the fact that like our parents were like, here, drink
Sure.
this.
The marketing that it's got
Oh my
solar
god!
energy.
Oh my god! Hilarious.
But the
Wanna hear
commercials were
ingredients?
so good, huh?
Oh, hear the ingredients?
For
Sunny D.
Sunny
In
D?
order.
Okay, let's hear it.
Water, high fructose corn syrup, 2% less of pear, grapefruit, lime, apple, orange.
Oh, so it's got apple.
Yeah, yeah.
Apple. 2% less.
Oh, 2% less. Don't even
Put it in.
Yeah.
It's just water and
that's
fructose
crazy.
corn syrup. That's
Oh,
wild.
that's crazy.
What about Ecto? Look up Ecto coolers. You remember?
Ecto.
remember Ecto coolers?
man. Ecto. And they came in like a tin
Yeah.
can
Yeah, I'm gonna put a
that you had to like
put
poke.
something
You had
in
to like
post.
take
Yeah.
a knife and poke a
It
hole
was like
through
they were
the
trying to do
top.
the Capri Suns ripoff. It was kind of like they were trying to do that after a while.
Yeah, but we got the ones where it was like, I mean, you could do the high C box type, but you could also get them in like a some tin can that looked like it came from like the 1800s or something like that. It was crazy.
Those cans.
Yeah, Ecto Cooler,
Cooler.
Slimer, man.
That was cool. It's like everything then was like tied to a show.
Tied to something. It had to be tied to some movie or some franchise that you would make you want to buy it.
Buy
Ninja
it.
Turtles or something like that.
What was your favorite?
Favorite franchise? Or
Yeah.
what?
growing
Ninja
up?
Turtles.
Hell yeah.
I
What was
mean,
your turtle? What was your turtle?
Michelangelo.
Okay, comedian. I mean, that's what, yeah. All right.
Of course.
I liked him because he had the best weapon.
Oh, the
How did he have
nunchucks. The
that?
nunchucks were the
No.
coolest
The best.
weapons.
Yeah.
How were those the coolest
And he
weapons?
was a
If you could-
stoner.
The fact, well, one,
They were
anything
all
that
stoners. They lived in the sewer.
yeah, he was
pizza.
pizza. He was the main one.
I
on
think they were on
pizza.
mushrooms, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That was the
nunchucks were
coolest
best.
weapon?
Yeah.
No.
Next
There's
to
no
cooler
range.
was his orange tangerine flavor, by the way, which I never would have guessed.
Orange
really?
tangerine
Yeah,
flavor.
it's a citrus flavor. I never.
What are the ingredients in that?
It's a bunch of bullshit. But I did find a recipe you can make your own.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah. So
Ecto
I got the link. You can
That's
put
not
it in
send
the
that. Yeah, we'll put that in the
description.
description.
Yeah.
I bet it's a nunchuck. I mean, the nunchucks looked the coolest, but I feel like for range, I'm like, I got to be like right next to you to hit you with the sword. I mean, the bow, Donatello, that one was not good.
You got to think of it. What was, out of all of them, what were the weapons that most kids tried to emulate with something?
Okay.
It was the nunchucks.
It's the nunchucks. Okay.
We were trying. They outlawed them.
Yeah, at school. People were bringing them
because
to
people
schools.
were like bringing them to school and all kind of shit. They had to outlaw them. That's how many kids were trying to like emulate them and trying to do the tricks and trying to.
Yeah. Oh, that was Bruce Lee too. That was a Bruce Lee like Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
I think around the same time. But Bruce Lee, man, watching some of those old Bruce Lee films with the nunchucks, I was like, oh, he would fuck you up.
Oh yeah, he's the man.
That was wild.
You could get Ecto Cooler in like a regular can, like a Coke can.
Oh, that's pretty
I had
cool.
no idea.
I never.
They still sell that?
No, discontinued in 2016.
Yeah, man.
eBay?
1989 to 2016.
R.I.P. 1989. Yeah.
Damn.
R.I.P. Man.
That's
Ecto
not bad.
Coolers.
Yeah, and they did a quick relaunch for about 3 months in 2021, just like
When the Ghostbusters movie came out, probably, right?
Probably, yeah.
Oh man, see, the marketing was good because it was like really target. It was like really like it was like did they put it during the Saturday morning cartoons? TGIF. I feel like that was the best, man.
Yeah.
Did you TGIF?
Of course.
What's your ranking of the shows? What are you?
If I remember,
Or what's your favorite couple?
we'll go Family Matters. I
Okay.
mean, because they were on for so long that you kind
Yeah.
of grew up
With the show.
with the shows. So like Family Matters was when I was like a kid.
yeah.
I was big on Full House, but then as I got a little older, it was like Boy Meets World, Dinosaurs,
Dinosaurs. Yeah.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Oh, Hanging with Mr. Cooper was
So
good.
those were like, and then when I was a kid too, I remember Perfect Strangers.
I don't remember anything. I
Don't
just
be
remember
ridiculous.
Belky.
Don't be ridiculous, Cousin Balky. That's a
Balky.
cut. That's like way back.
He was in
that preluded Family Matters because that's how.
No.
Because Family Matters is a spinoff of Perfect
What?
Strangers.
No.
Yes, Harriet,
How?
the mom,
Yeah.
worked as an elevator operator on Perfect Strangers,
Wow.
and she, which is crazy, but she is the reason for the Family Matters show. Which,
Wow.
in hindsight, she was like a
Minor character.
minor
Yeah.
character.
Do you remember where Balky was from?
Estonia?
No.
No,
It's not a real place.
I know, but it's right on the tip of my tongue. No.
The island of Meepos.
Meepos.
Oh, yeah.
The island of
I
Meepos.
just want you to know I didn't look that up either.
You definitely looked that up.
No, 100%.
Your computer's open.
I'm looking at TGIF programming.
He's still
I was
looking
trying
at
to see if Living Single was on TGIF, but it wasn't.
No,
No.
Living Single was on Fox.
It was a Fox show.
Yeah, that was the other
TGIF
lineup.
changed up like towards the end. Well, that Family Matters switched over to CBS.
Oh, I don't even
And
remember
then
that.
Steve
They were
and
on
Laura
for so
got
long.
married, and then it wasn't good. Boy Meets World, I think, held up to the very end. Like,
Oh yeah, it was.
that
That's
one was
a
good.
solid.
That was
is
a solid show.
Solid show.
Yeah,
Shout out to Panga.
yeah. Is that your crush on that show? I mean, that was yeah.
I won't say crush, but she definitely could have got it. Like I understood. It wasn't my crush, but I understood.
Yeah.
I was like, she's definitely.
Eric had a lot of girlfriends.
Oh, of course,
Eric
he was like
cool.
the hot older brother.
So I was watching. So there's a couple of YouTube channels that I watched some of this '90s shit, and
Yeah.
there was a guy that was like the sad demise of a great character, and how Eric was like a normal guy in
Yeah.
season 1 and 2, and then as a series
Turned into the idiot.
yeah, he turned into some like weird.
Well,
Like
that you always had to have like the idiot brother, like Eddie Winslow, idiot.
yeah.
You know, it was always like an idiot in
That's
the family.
true. Yeah.
And then it was just like either One was smart, one was a nerd, one was an idiot.
Step by Step?
Step by step.
They had the Urkel character, which was Mark.
The Mark, right. Always had, and then when Mark got a little older, then they had to bring in Cody.
Which
Cody
was an odd character.
Yeah, that was like, what is this?
Well, do you remember who they brought in for Eddie to make Eddie less stupid?
No.
His Waldo.
Waldo
Faldo. Yeah. You gotta have
Junior, technically.
Yeah. You gotta have an idiot.
That's true.
That's so funny.
We got to write a 90s style show takes place today.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't do it. It's like, we got one character that's kind of an idiot.
It's always on some type of spectrum of something. You would get, riots would happen. You can't make fun of anybody.
And I feel like the food was good. Now it's like the ads is just all, you skip through.
The ads are different for a reason.
Oh, what's the reason?
Because
you were in TV. Let us know what's going on here. Give us the inside scoop.
Because back in the day, this is prior to social media. So now with social media, all the ads are specifically directed to specific demographics and specific people. That's why you look at your phone and it's always some ad that's, hey, I was just thinking about,
I'm gonna buy this
shampoo. How did they know? It's like everything is specific. Prior to social media, advertisers had to throw a big net out to the whole world or the whole country. They couldn't just directly market to specific people. So they really had to swing for the fences and get their dollars worth. That's why the commercials back then were so memorable. That's why now you watch a Super Bowl commercial and like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
This is the shit.
There was jingles.
There were jingles, right? Exactly. You could sing the jingles. There were commercials you remember word for word. Yeah, that's why everything was so great back then, because they really had to get their money's worth.
Put the work in it.
And put the work in and be creative. Now they're just like, all right, we'll just go directly to this person's Instagram and
that's crazy.
Whatever.
The TV shows too, those theme songs.
Yeah. Man. All of them were like written by like the same guy.
I just learned that a few weeks ago.
Friday, the TGIF was like the same dude.
And that's why sometimes like I'll be singing, like I'll remember the Family Matters theme song, but then I'll replace it with the words from
blend it to something else.
It's like I'm a DJ mixing the 90s songs.
I hope that guy got paid, man. I don't know what the residual looks like. I hope he got paid. I looked him up one day. Some white dude.
Look him up, Mikey.
I always remember Family Matters and Full House.
Yes.
Because they were usually back to back.
Yeah.
It's like the same song and same cadence, same everything.
It's the same guy.
Words.
Yeah. It's the same guy. That's what he's just saying.
No, I'm
but
saying,
it's
but
the same song.
Is
it?
It sounds even the same.
Can we play it? Will we get deleted?
We can play for a second.
Let's play for a second.
Yeah, it kind of blends into like it's the same melody, everything. They just swap out the lyrics.
That's true. Yeah.
But I always, when I try to remember which one was which, I always start the wrong one at the same time every time. But here you go.
This is Family Matters.
Do you know the words?
It's the rare condition
in this day and age.
In the good news on the newspaper page. Love and tradition and the grand design.
Yeah.
Keep going. Some people say
it's even harder to find.
Well, there must
be some magic. I couldn't do the deep voice.
Because all I see
is a tower dream and real love bursting at every scene. Choo-choo-choo-choo-choo, whatever that. What happened to divisibility? Dependability, maybe?
Yeah, it's the same kind of bounce. Same kind of.
The Milkman, the Paperboy, Evening TV.
And it's the same message.
Newspaper. It's like always he's talking about the same stuff.
It's the same nostalgia message.
For like the 50s,
he's just like, yeah. Whatever happened to colored only water fountains?
It turns out he was a big racist.
That show's called The Good Old Days. Jesus, TGI.
Oh, man. That's crazy. Yeah,
man.
Jesse Frederick.
Jesse.
The author.
That's a very 90s name, Jesse.
Jesse Frederick.
So he's
got first name guy.
Full House, Family Matters.
Perfect Strangers, maybe?
Probably. Hold on, I'm looking.
I don't remember that theme song. Step by Step.
Go in the weight of our dreams. Standing
tall, the wings of my dreams.
Oh, you really
rise
do.
and fall.
Yeah.
Once I get it, I can't get rid of it. So he also did Going Places, The Hogan Family, The Family Man, Step by Step.
Step by Step. I
Step.
thought it was him.
Yeah.
Let's play that one. That one was a good one too.
Step by step,
Day by day, wish by wish, or something like that.
Different game to play.
Yeah.
And then the roller coaster.
Yeah.
And then the kid sneezed in Mark's popcorn. And that was cool. I like that. That was a good show.
On Our Own, Getting By.
Well, this guy was
Ego. Yeah, this guy crushed. Two of a Kind.
Man.
Yeah. That's great.
He was working.
It's not bad. Yeah, I could talk about this all day. I feel like he got fucked on the royalties.
Probably.
He definitely got fucked on the royalties.
I want to say he probably did.
Saved by the Bell was also a great show.
Saved by the Bell was great. Started as Mrs. Bliss.
Yes.
Or something
like that.
Something
Mrs. Bliss, right? Yeah.
And then they literally was like, all right, beat it.
Here's some trivia for you.
Yeah.
Of net worth, Jesse Frederick.
Yeah.
$4 billion. No, I'm
Whoa!
kidding.
Yeah, I was about to get that.
$40.
Estimated between 5 and 10 million.
Okay, that's good. That's fair.
He's doing all right.
That's not bad. You remember
He did Perfect Strangers too.
He did Perfect Strangers too.
Yeah.
Wow, that guy was like really all in the mix. There's no shows now that have good theme songs.
No theme songs.
They got intros.
Nothing.
They got like Only Murders in the Building has a nice drawing intro, which every show is now copying.
Yeah, it's like a 5-second intro or something like that.
Nothing else has a good
there's
song.
no more jingles, no more nothing. Which is weird.
It's sad.
Sad. It's crazy.
Or maybe we're old.
fine. They want to like save money. I'm sure there's some method to the madness, but it's always like just a dumb reason.
Yeah.
It's never any like creative. And it's the creativity always
into
gets
the
sacrificed.
Show. Yeah, nowadays.
It's
but Saved by the Bell. Do you remember what the similar show was? I don't know if it came on before or after it.
Came on before or after Saved by the Bell?
Yeah, very similar show. And the lead characters, I'll tell you, Saved by the Bell, it was Tiffany Amber Thiessen. Her real name is Kelly. She was Kelly on the show.
Yeah.
Her real name is Tiffany Amber Thiessen. This other show, it was actually reversed. The girls on the show, her name was Tiffany, but her real name was Kelly.
I don't remember.
California Dreams.
Oh, California Dreams. I remember it coming on and me changing the channel.
Oh, I
remember the intro.
California Dreams.
Yeah. I remember the theme song.
They're like, what if the Zack Attack was a whole
a whole show?
That was the entire show.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was.
I definitely remember that. I was
and they had like a Cody kind of character. They had a guy in a leather. It was like a Fonzie had a leather jacket on.
Yeah.
He was in the group. But yeah, it was basically Zack Attack as a TV show.
Yeah, I was like, get this out of here.
And then they said, what if we made the California Dreams ninjas? And that's how they came up with Power Rangers.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm looking at the picture of it. It's literally just like, oh, we've got one of everyone.
One of everything.
Let's put them in costumes and helmets and make them beat up aliens.
Oh man, Kelly Packard was the girl, but her name on the show was Tiffany. And then you got Kelly Kapowski.
Yeah. Who is
Crush.
smoking hot still.
Oh my god. Still.
Smoking hot.
Woo, buddy.
Yeah, I had a big crush on Lisa Turtle.
Ooh,
Lisa.
Oh my god.
Lisa and Kelly.
Lark Voorhees.
Lark Voorhees.
Yeah. Oh
Lark
man, you got all the names
Yeah,
and.
man.
But I loved TV when I was a kid.
However,
Jesse,
when Striptease came out,
Jesse became the big hit.
I was like, you know what? I've been overlooking Jesse.
It's like Jesse Spano. Interesting. Very
I should
interesting.
give her another try.
Did you know that Jaleel White was on the Good Morning Miss Bliss?
No,
I didn't know that.
way.
Yeah. I didn't know that. I know that he was up
According
for
to
Rudy
Reddit.
in Cosby Show.
Oh, really?
He was supposed, because Rudy is a boy's name.
Yeah.
Rudy was supposed to be a boy, and he was up for the part, but Keisha Knight came in, and they were like, you know what? Because they already had 3 girls.
Yeah.
And so they were like, oh, Rudy will be a boy. And Keisha Knight came in. They were like, it's a wrap. And then Jaleel was crushed.
Yeah.
But ended up, obviously.
Well, I heard the show Family Matters wasn't supposed to even have him as a main character.
No, he wasn't.
And he made the show.
He wasn't. He wasn't like, I
So
don't
there you
think
go.
he's
You
in the
never
first
know,
few
man. You just
episodes.
got to stick in there. You never know what happens. That's cool.
Yeah, he was just, yeah.
We're wrapping up here, but before we do, I would like to. We try and eat some every now and then. We'll eat something, but I was just in Texas. So Torchy's Tacos. That's a new chain. It's not Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Don't get mad at me, people. But Torchy's is great, and I brought some tacos. We don't have a heater.
I want to give the backstory to this. He's like, I brought some tacos. However, they're from Texas. We're not in Texas.
Mikey,
we're in New York City. So he brought some tacos all the way from Texas that are cold. They're not. There's no microwave.
In aluminum.
How did you
In
get
aluminum.
them home?
I bought them this morning. Or no, I bought them last night, and I just put them in the fridge, and then this morning, it was a 2.5 hour flight. So Tushar was in here earlier. He's like, did you bring Indian food? Because any Indian food is always packed, wrapped up in aluminum foil, like this compressed. So these might taste terrible.
I love how we're supposed to give our thoughts on this taco.
Mikey's
and it's under the worst conditions humanly
But now
possible.
imagine if it's good under these conditions, what it would be like fresh.
All right.
Mikey, let's get...
Is this all bean?
There's some cheese in there.
For you, I'll do it, but I usually don't do refried
Vegetarian.
bean, but
Oh, you don't?
No. Unless her name is.
Yeah, I don't eat beans unless it's
Unless you're Puerto Rican.
unless you're winking when you say it.
What do you think? What's this?
Not bad.
Not bad, Mikey. What's the
A little too acidic for me. The beans.
acidic?
Not
Got a
bad.
little too much of a bright note. I don't like beans that are a little too bright.
Really? Okay.
Not bad
But
for a
not bad.
2-day-old,
Yeah.
well-traveled
Yeah, never bad for an
room
unrefrigerated
temperature.
taco.
It was this, or it was gonna be zebra cakes. So I was like, "Look, I'm glad I got these.
I wish you would have gotten zebra cakes. Crying out loud.
I could go for. It's not bad. All right, so
I haven't eaten today, so I'm just gonna finish this.
my assessment is still good. It would be way better hot. I think that's what it is.
And you, now this isn't something you grew up on. It's chain.
This is a new chain.
It's a new chain.
It's a new chain, but it's like one of those more like classier. It's not. It's like more of a sit down chain.
Oh, like a Chipotle type.
Yeah.
Type of thing. Okay.
It started in, I want to say Austin. But yeah, it's all over Texas now. It's only in Texas, I feel like. But they're busy all the time. They're queso.
Yeah.
Did you get queso in Ohio? Was it like white queso, orange queso? What's your queso deal? You don't have to finish it.
It's like
I
an
will
orange
finish this.
queso.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, it's just like a regular orange queso type of thing.
This place has a good queso. They do a Bob Armstrong queso. Bob Armstrong queso is from another place. Maybe I shouldn't talk while I'm eating.
I wonder though, because I'm not as familiar with Texas, so I would always imagine that Texas, a chain Mexican place, wouldn't hold up as much because it's just like I might as well just get this at home or wherever,
or go to like a taqueria or something.
Or yeah.
It's
But-
surprising. This one is good, and then there's Fuzzy's has done good, and they got a velvet taco now.
Oh, okay.
Velvet taco, which this is my favorite out of all of them because the queso. For me, it's like you said with the fries.
Yeah.
I'm judging it based on the queso, and
Gotcha.
they have the best queso, and they have one with chorizo that they mix in.
Oh,
It's called Hillbilly Queso. It's got chorizo, avocado, and they have like a Diablo hot sauce.
nice.
That's good stuff. That's
Nice.
It's not bad. I mean, it'll be better hot, but that's what we're working with today in the studio.
All right, we'll sponsor this podcast.
Torchies sponsors. They got cool. I like merch when you go to a place like a little chain like that. And they got cool merch. I don't
There's
usually
some
buy
good
it.
merch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the shirts. I like a shirt from a place, and I'll buy it. I'm like, I'm never actually gonna wear this, but
That's a nice. I like what
I'm
you guys
like,
did.
I'm
with
wasting money on this, but yeah. Speaking of merch, I will have some merch with this logo on some mugs. And maybe on some spoons, some cereal spoons.
Oh,
a
good
cereal
cereal
spoon could be
spoon.
good.
This. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Nice.
Where Charles, we're gonna wrap up here, but where can people find you?
You can find me on the interwebs at Charles McBee on Instagram, mostly on Instagram. But now I'm trying to build my YouTube up, so look
nice.
for more stuff on YouTube. And yeah, that's basically it. CharlesMcBee.com. But I'm
Perform all over.
perform all
City.
over,
Yeah.
all that good stuff.
Check him out live. Very funny.
Thank you. Thank
yeah,
you.
it's been good. It's good to catch up, man. It's been like a long time.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But it's always that thing of just like you just figure everybody's working. Everybody's just somewhere.
It's
working.
sad because like you start out, you see everybody like every single day, couple hours. It might not be like at the same place, but you'll be like, I might see you for like 20 minutes here. And
Yeah,
then
you're always running into each
Yeah.
other at open mics and this,
And
that,
then it's like
third,
people
and then you go
quit,
off.
people leave, people start getting successful. But in a way, it's good. It's like, okay, we're still kicking.
If I can still go to the same open mics 10 years later and know that I'm going to find you there,
That's not good.
Something has gone horribly wrong.
It's not good.
And there are some that I
There
know I
are.
can find.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just like,
hey, but they're out
Hey,
there. They're
all right.
trying. Diet Starts Tomorrow Pod on Instagram and YouTube.
Great.
And yeah, I'm tagging Charles in here. Follow him. Go to his shows. Mikey will tag in here as well.
And if you don't mind, Are We Old podcast?
Ooh, Are We Old podcast?
Yeah. Check it out. Me and Mike Fenoya, and we just.
Nice. When does it come out? Every
Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
iTunes, Spotify, everywhere.
All that stuff.
All right.
So,
Are We Old podcast? Check it out, dude. Thanks for being here.
Yeah,
This was fun. It was just good chatting 90s.
I love it. This is what I do. It's my thing.
This is fun. Yeah, this is cool. Thanks again. All right, Mikey. See ya.